why I like to toot Demetrio's horn. But the follow-up dunk, Phil, is just a beautiful sight. He had 19 of them this year, 19 follow-up dunks. He had 2 against Sacred Heart and 2 against Pleasantville.
And how many?
And all the area schools, I think all of them saw at least one. So they know.
Is that in addition to regular dunks?
Yeah. No. He had. I think he had 28 to 20 or 29 dunks, complete dunks this year. One alley-oop, 1 or 2 alley-oops, couple straightaways. You'll see them.
And to what do you attribute the ability to do this? I mean, how did you develop this talent?
Well, I worked hard in the summertime, and I lifted the weight like what Coach told me to do, and I found out it made me much stronger than I were.
Are you giving it? Yeah, go ahead.
If you stretch this thing out, these things go a long way. Those arms,
long reach.
Those arms are long. He probably has the arms of a guy 6'10".
Well, I want to know if your little brother's going to be doing this in the future.
Yeah, I'm going to work with him this summer, and hopefully he'll come back to the team middle with those dunks too next year.
Yeah, because we're looking for big things again from Middle next year. What do you see in the future for Middle Township?
Well, I think we have a nice, solid program, Phil. I think that next year, Wildwood Catholic having everyone back and Lower Cape May having a nice nucleus, I think it'll be competitive again. And all 4 schools, I think, are well coached. So you just never know what school can get ahead of the other one. But I expect that we'll be okay. We'll be returning two starters, Donnie O'Neill and Stefano Anderson, and we return a JV team that was 20-1. We'll be much smaller, but we should be competitive. This was a year, though, where the county could really be proud of themselves, because if Ocean City had Chris Caridio and J.D. Acelta along with Derek Yeoman, if Wildwood High School had Demetrio and Stefano and Barry Gaines, who played for Clifford Scott, they probably both would be 2 of the top 5 teams in South Jersey. And then if Cape May had all their players, if they were healthy, it would have been an interesting year to see how our county, so small as it is, excelled on the basketball floor. And it says something about our county.
Well, I know you like to give credit to your team and the kids that do the job out on the court, and we really appreciate that. And just one final question. Just fell short in CAL for the title, and of course losing to Delsey in the South Jersey final. Overall, though, you've got to be pleased with the year that this team had.
I'm delighted that they were 23-6, Phil, but these kids just wanted that little bit extra also. I think more than any group, I enjoyed this group more. They're a humorous group, hard-working group, and they were a group that knew what they wanted. They wanted to go back to Rutgers, and so there's an empty feeling as far as not getting to Rutgers or not getting a piece of that CAL. And when you're 23-6 and you don't get that little extra, it's nice to win a Big 4 award, but these kids, their ultimate goal was to get back to Rutgers. And I heard about it all the time, and they would discuss it on bus rides and in locker rooms and before practices. And I would like to have had a part of helping them get there, and I would like to have gotten there myself. But
a lot of people said you did a great job getting to the South Jersey final.
Well, we had to win 2 games, but the nice thing is that both of those games were at our gym on school nights where 2 teams had to travel, and we were able to go home and get our legs rested, and
that always helps.
I think the home court advantage there helps us out. We beat 2 teams, Sterling and Kingsway, that we had a little bit more talent than, but we would have liked to have gotten Delsey. But overall, delighted that they're 23-6, delighted that they accomplished so much in their 2 years, and hopefully our boys will continue on in school, especially John Holden and Demetrio, because both of them have attracted an enormous amount of local, when I mean local, statewide, they've attracted statewide publicity from mostly every Division III school in the state in that New Jersey Athletic Conference.
Well, I'm sure with your program and with your track record, you'll be up at Rutgers again before too long. Okay?
Well, that's driving us. That's what drives us.
Interesting that Dave Triano pointed out to me that his girls' team had to go on the road, you know, just like a lot of our teams do down here in the Jersey Cape. They logged 1,100 miles in 6 days in postseason play. So you can understand that does tend to take its toll.
Well, it might have taken its toll, but boy, I'll trade him. I'll take that any day. I know Dave might be a little travel weary, but any school down here would like to be in the same position. My hat's off to Dave, too. He did a great job.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Phil. Appreciate everything from Big Four.
Demetrio,
Okay.
great to have you, and have a great career after high school, and we'll see you next year, Coach, okay? And we'll
Thanks
see
again.
you next year right here on Channel 13 for the best in local sports coverage. I'm Phil Pizzi, and hats off to all the people that made this year possible.